All right, welcome back, everybody. Now, overcoming those mental health struggles just to get to a point of making change can be difficult for many. So nutritionist Kara Swanson is here to talk about those mental roadblocks that we all face every single day to improve our health. Kara, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Yeah, our brain literally wants to keep us safe. So anytime we try to make changes, even though they're good changes, our brain kind of freaks out a little bit. And so it's like, wait, and then that's when you feel that resistance, which often then looks like excuses, where you're like, I don't want to do it. This is too hard.
Totally.
And so you just have to, the first step to do, you just have to recognize it. That's step one, is recognize, oh, okay, there is resistance, because don't think a lot of people realize that there's, resistance that happens and that it's actually a normal thing.
Absolutely. So I know there's so many different ways to overcome this. And like you said, just recognizing it at first can be the first step. And I'm sure every single person goes through this. So what are some ways to even just recognize it?
Yeah, just know that, hey, when you say, oh, I'm going to make this change in my nutrition, or I'm going to start working out, there's going to be that pushback where you're like, wait, I don't know, this is too hard. I don't know if I want to do this, And so that's actually step number 2, is to reframe it. So look at it as in a positive way, that this change actually, like, what's the outcome that you want? You're going to have more energy, you're going to be in less pain, you're going to feel better. And so even though it's a good change, your brain still is going to have that resistance. But if you reframe it, you can kind of trick your brain a little bit into thinking, oh, okay, this is actually good. And so instead of thinking, oh, it's too hard, think, okay, this is a really great opportunity to allow me to feel better overall.
So it's just telling yourself those positive affirmations every single day that can just totally reshape the way you're thinking about things, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Easy steps right there. Both easy steps. Okay, now what's step number 3?
Yeah, so that's reduce. So instead of trying to change too much, which is really going to overwhelm your brain, is just a little step at a time. So if you want to work out, instead of, okay, I'm going to go an hour, every day, just do 10 minutes, because it kind of tricks your brain then too of like, oh, okay, I can do this. This is easy. And then you can just stair-step your way up.
Yeah, stair-stepping, that's all you got to do. In your experience just working with people and trying to implement these 3 steps, what has maybe been the toughest step, and how do you recommend people just kind of overcome that and think of it, just like step number 2, think of it in a better light?
Yeah, I think it's all of them combined, right? It's just breaking them down, I think, allows people to see, oh, okay, I just have to recognize that it's there, reframe it, and then when you really, I think the biggest thing is that, like, everyone wants to just go full force, right? And make these grand changes, which is really great. But what happens then is you often stop because you get overwhelmed. It's too much mentally and physically. And so when you do take that moment to be like, okay, here's my big goal, but here's how I can break it down, that allows you to actually get to your goal so much faster. And you're able to create that consistency, and it's a lasting change then.
Yeah. And say you implement those 3 steps. What is a good next step to ease into maybe more versus just maybe 15 minutes of working out? What's the best way just to kind of take that next step to push yourself? Yeah,
that's so good. So start with the 15 minutes, see how you feel after a week, and then add 5 minutes if you need to. Just keep pushing. You want to you always want to challenge yourself.
Totally.
You just don't want to over challenge, yourself, which is often what people do. So always challenge yourself, but make it into, a step-by-step process.
Awesome. A lot of easy ways to break it down. All right, to wrap it up, tell me, where can people find you, Kara?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram at Kara Swanson, or on my website, lifewelllived.fitness.
Awesome, and you are doing great things. Awesome stuff. I'm learning stuff every single day from Kara on social media all the time. I was telling her earlier, so thank you so much for being with us today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.